Action. Oh, now I know why they do the...
Yeah.
That makes sense. Ready? Ready, emo girl?
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to episode
18.
of Yapville. We're your hosts, Taryn.
And Amanda.
And we are excited to get into this week's stories. But first we have to yap.
Yes, because I don't have much to yap about, but I was very sick last week. So I was dead to the world. So this is my first social, what's the word? Like social
Interaction.
outing.
Social outing. Amanda had I don't know, maybe norovirus last week.
Oh my God, it was fucking awful.
What if I am holding this really awkwardly?
They're just like...
I'm left-handed, so I hold everything really awkward.
Yeah, I had norovirus last week. It was fucking awful. I got really sick on Monday night. I was editing the episode that just came out. 16. It's so hard to fucking keep track of all the shit. And I was editing it and I was messaging Taryn I don't think I can make a caption and be funny for this. Can you please? So I typed in the description for the episode, can Taryn please make something funny? What did I say?
I'm gonna Ralph.
I'm literally holding my hand over my mouth, trying not to Ralph. So then I went to bed after I edited Monday at 8:30 and woke up at 12 a.m. throwing up.
Nice.
Yep.
That's horrible. You poor thing.
I woke up, I threw up McDonald's, which was fucking disgusting. Just imagine how oniony and pickly it was.
Ew.
And then my boyfriend Edwin, I walked out into the hallway as I was throwing up. I actually threw up in a bucket. I'm very proud of myself because I'm a puke denier.
Same. I never make it to the toilet.
I am always throwing up in something because I never make it because I wait till the last possible second and then I'm like, oh, it's too late. But I actually threw up in something this time. I'm very proud.
Good job.
But as I was throwing up, my sweet, loving, caring, amazing boyfriend was rubbing my back with his head out the room. I could imagine it probably was gross. And he tried turning the light on as I was throwing up. And mid throw up, I flicked the light off. You're not watching. Why are you trying to see this up close and in the light?
Nobody wants to see throw up.
But he's a sweet angel. He did everything for me. He took care of me so much. I'd be I really need Gatorade. And he would just drop everything and go right to the store. He was amazing.
Good boy, Edwin. Good job.
And he definitely cleaned up my poopy. So
should we cut that or leave it?
No, I don't care. Yeah, I shit myself several times and he helped me. So, just girly things.
We forgive you, Amanda. We love you. Everyone loves you.
I hope so. I just want to be perfect for you guys. And I have my hood on only because I keep touching my fucking hair. I'm still doing it with the hood on, but it'd be much more annoying if it was without. So I'm just going to try not to touch it at all.
This week for me, Monday, I almost got tased in the head.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so I went out to a local bar in the capital of the state we live in. And
the capital state we live in.
We have a friend moving to North Carolina. Shout out Corey. And there was 4 of us hanging out, and some guy pissed off the bartender. I guess he was a creep who harasses the bartenders, which I don't know why he even is allowed in there if he's harassing the bartenders. What the fuck? And she started yelling at him to get out, and then she went to go follow him with a stun gun, and it was going off and she went to, I'll do it for the people who are watching us, but she went to go swing her arm, and it missed my head by a fucking inch. Missed my friend Marissa's head by an inch too. It was insane. I mean, she profusely apologized after, but
I feel if you have one of those things, you need to be fucking careful. You can't just go around swinging that shit.
No, 100% not. So I ended up reaching out to the owner. I'm like, hey, 1, this could have been really fucking bad. And 2, you should be trying to keep your fucking employees safe. And all he said back was, I know about the situation. One of the owners was there. Even though none of the owners were there. I watched one of the owners leave an hour before it happened. So I'm calling you out. But
Say the name. Just kidding. Say names. Name names now.
I just want the fucking bartenders to be safe, and I also don't want to get zapped in the head with electricity. Is that too much to ask? The damn owner couldn't even apologize in the email. All he said was, one of the owners was there. We know the situation.
Okay.
Okay, bro.
Are you sure you know the situation? Because that was a little dangerous.
What else happened this week?
Where'd my phone go?
I got a new phone on Friday. I hate capitalism. But I guess phones are going to be expensive with tariffs going up, so...
Yeah, that's probably smart now. And now I guess everyone's going to have to be vegan because, like, butter's going to be too expensive, cheese, milk, eggs. Everything's going to be too expensive. So everyone's going to go vegan now. The only thing we can eat is rice and beans.
I love rice and beans. If you know how to season rice and beans, they're really good.
I do love rice and beans. Have you seen the way Ash Trevino makes her rice?
No, I have forgot about her. Oh, also, I'll add something after you tell us.
You need to look up right now on TikTok how Ash Trevino makes her rice because it's literally soup. And she's like, I like it watery.
Ew. It doesn't... She doesn't cook it long enough,
She does. But it's like mushy.
I use a rice cooker.
Me too. So much easier.
Guys, get a rice cooker. It's literally life-changing. Set it and forget it.
And it cooks so fast too.
So we're filming on my new camera, my new phone. But when you get a new phone, Apple or a new iPhone, I don't know how Android users are, but you have to, all of your stuff goes to your new phone, but all the apps re-download. So I misunderstood the guy at Apple at first. I thought I would have TikTok. And then I had my friends Dylan and Will come with me because they're like my dads. And they were like, no, like you won't be able to watch TikTok. I was like, oh. So I literally kept my phone. I could have traded it in for $170, but I was like, this is fine. I can read my Reddit stories.
You can also sell that right now on eBay for like thousands of dollars.
He said that wouldn't work because it would, when they transfer all their stuff to it.
Oh, you'd have to leave all your stuff on it.
Unless someone just wants it literally to watch TikTok. But I'm doing that, so.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, so now I have a Reddit reading machine and a TikTok machine.
That's exciting. I need a new phone because we all know the theory that when a new iPhone comes out, your old one just like stops working.
Yeah, mine was barely working. That's the only reason I upgraded.
Like mine's at 76%. I barely used it today.
I went to the gym on Monday night. It was the only time I went to the gym, but I worked out so hard. I do classes. All I can do on my own is cardio. I couldn't even lift my arm in the car to turn on my Apple Music after. It was crazy.
I used to like, I hate cardio. Clearly.
I love cardio.
I hate cardio, but I like lifting weights. That's like my favorite. And I think like lifting weights makes me like sweat more. And like, I remember doing like leg training with weights. Oh, the way I couldn't stand the next day. Like,
yeah,
I couldn't move. I was like, no, this isn't normal. Something's wrong.
Just itching my leg. I've done lots of classes, but that, I don't know what I did to my arms. I've never worked my arms that hard.
See, if I could feel that way after working out all the time, I would work out more because I like that pain. Like, I did something.
You do. I like that pain too because it's like,
it's
I did
working.
Something.
It's doing something. My body's doing something.
I feel like this past week has been like 10 years. Like
this past week, I slept for 3 days, quite literally 3 days. So, I'm really out of like the loop with everything and everyone in my life.
Did you see all the planes crashing?
I didn't know about it until I did go to work on Friday and everyone was talking about it at work. And I was like, wait, what happened? And they're like, look it up. And I did. And that's fucking so sad and terrible. And I feel very bad for everyone involved.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Over like a silly like mistake.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Did you see what Trump said about it?
What?
He's such a fucking dickhead. Trump was like a reporter was asking him, are you going to do anything about the victims in the plane crash or whatever? And he was like cutting off the interviewer and was like, yeah, I know of the crash. And yeah, they're like, are you going to visit the site? And he was like, well, it's at the water. Do you want me to go underwater? Like, he's just so insensitive and, like, disrespectful. Like, no, bro, I don't think they're asking you to go underwater, you fucking piece of shit.
It's a very scary world we live in right now.
Yeah, it's
So
terrifying.
insane.
It's very scary. I don't know why. My friend Lucas, shout out Lucas if you're listening. He was like, aren't you scared being in New York? Like, aren't you gonna be like freezing to death?
Oh my God, because I haven't like looked into it, but the Canada thing.
Yeah. And I was like, we'll be fine. But then I'm like, are we gonna be fine?
So basically, Canada wants to cut off energy supply to, it's like New York, Minnesota, and maybe Michigan.
That's like where we source our energy from or something. I don't know anything.
No, that's where, yeah. So Canada gives us energy. And it looks like it's almost like a straight shot from Canada down to New York City, which we're in that line, which is really scary. But I think that got taken care of because I feel like it's happening early February. It's February 2nd when we're recording this.
Yeah, let's hope. Or else our power is going to be very expensive. I mean, my fucking power bill right now is already like $249 a month. I can't fucking imagine if it was like doubled. I would just freeze it. I would have no heat. Mm-hmm. Just blankets. Keep warm.
Then all of our pipes freeze, and at least it's only like 2 more months of this.
Until it snows in April.
Uh-huh.
Until it snows in April.
Yeah.
We've been there. Yeah, it's very scary right now, guys. But we'll get through it together. We always do.
Guys, I feel like I touch my face a lot, so
I touch my hair all the
pushing
time.
my nose in.
But my question is, has like the world always been like super fucked up and like we're just now old enough to realize?
I think that's part of it, but I don't think it's ever been
like this bad. Yeah, but like when like Bush was in office and we were like in middle school, like was he like a bigot? Like was he like doing this awful shit too?
I think it's more like ignorance is bliss. Like back then we didn't know what was going on, but I do feel like it's worse now. Like,
because it's turned into just like
they don't want, Trump wants to take away gay people being able to be married. Why is that even a thing?
Because I feel like now it's just turned into like a media shitstorm. Like I feel like now it's like entertainment. Like look at the fucking inauguration and stuff. It's just like a media, it's entertainment. Like it's not, but this is like our country. It's not just like
yeah,
funny clips. Like girl, no, this is like why not is the funny, Hulk there? Like why is fucking Hulk Hogan there like ripping his shirt off? Like girl,
why was Snoop Dogg there? Is he a traitor?
I don't think so. He's an angel. He can do no wrong in my eyes.
An exciting thing is I didn't get my concert tickets yet, but Avril Lavigne's coming with Simple Plan and Check Yes Juliet, We the Kings. So I'm gonna go see them in the summer. And Jack's Mannequin is going on tour. And that's like Everything in Transit is like top 5 favorite albums of all time. I know every fucking word from the first word to the last word on that album. And I am hoping to go see them this summer.
Where are they going?
Near us, Boston, the city, and Philly. But also it's like the day after Colin's birthday. So I'm like, is this okay? Like,
birthday trip.
But bucket list, I need to see them or I'll die.
I love Philly and I love Boston.
Me too. I hate the city.
Me too. But I love the cities in Philly and Boston.
Yeah. I hate, when we say the city, we mean New York City.
Yeah, no, it's just not fun. I don't know how people could live there.
I started a new podcast this week. Well, 2 podcasts I want to mention.
I thought you meant like recording one. I was like, okay,
no.
I'll kill myself.
Yeah, fuck you, bye. The first one, shout out Alyssa. She recommended it. It's called the telepathy tapes. How do you say that? The
telepathy?
Telepathy.
Tilapia.
The telepathy tapes. The telepathy tapes is what it's called. And it's about this woman who's like, I've only listened to like 2 or 3 episodes. This woman is like doing all these studies. She's a documentarian. Was that what the words are called? and she's like working with like a doctor and kind of does some studies on her own. But basically, how these nonverbal autistic children are telepathic towards, it's mostly like their mother, and it's really crazy. I like highly recommend it. Very interesting. The other podcast, I want to be friends with them so bad.
What? Who?
Talk to her.
Oh yeah, you love talk to
love
her.
them so much. They're just, it feels like I love them, and it feels like you're in a little club because you just need to have a certain sense of humor.
Yes.
And it's such like a unique sense of humor. Like dry and
I love the dry.
Hilarious.
I love dry people.
Me too. But yeah, talk to I don't know if I even recommend that because I don't know if anyone would like it because my sense of humor is so unique.
She's not like other girls. She's different, guys. She's different. We got a different girl here.
Yeah. Well, good luck to us reading these stories because editing video and audio is going to be a pain in the ass.
In other news, I can't get the Wicked soundtrack out of my head, and it's actually consuming my life, and I don't know what to do about it. It's ruining friendships. It's ruining relationships. I'm very concerned about my well-being. I actually can't stop singing it. I was just kidding about those parts. It's not ruining anything, but I really can't stop fucking singing it. It's all I fucking sing. I can't stop.
That was like me with Chappell Roan over the... I mean, still, I can't. I listen to her album nonstop.
Yeah, that's understandable, but this is a musical.
That's okay. You're like a theater nerd now.
I've always been a little bit of a theater person. I just saw a TikTok that was like, what radicalized you? And it was like watching Rent when I was 12. And I was like, oh my God, my For You page gets me.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. I was 12 fucking watching Rent like, yeah, fuck the fucking higher ups. Fuck these people. Fuck corporations.
Literally.
That's what radicalized me. What radicalized you as a child?
I don't think I was radicalized until I worked at the Target distribution center. And consumerism is insane.
That's valid.
Yeah.
You saw how like scary it was and how wasteful it is. And
honestly, I don't know if this sounds bad or not, but I have like a very diverse group of friends. So I feel like I see a lot of different outlooks from their struggles.
That doesn't sound bad.
So
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
People should have diverse friend groups.
But I see the shit they struggle with, like, and I think that I always see these videos and I'm like, oh, I should think outside the box and not just be like a sheep moron, because I saw this video, like that trend, the radicalized you, and the guy was like, why do I need to be radicalized? Like, this isn't like, I don't even fucking remember the video, but it made sense when he said it.
Oh, you know what also kind of radicalized me?
What?
Was working at Sephora.
I know. So Corey, my friend who moved, worked at Sephora with Amanda and I, and our other friend Marissa. We were all together on Monday when I almost got tased in the face, but we were talking about stealing from Sephora.
Oh, did they?
And I was like, I was so mad because right before I quit, I wanted to start stealing, and Amanda was like, no, don't. And then you just started stealing.
Listen, I didn't steal. I don't want this out in public. Okay, let's get the record straight. Sephora, inside JCPenney.
Doesn't even exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore, but when it did, people would, if they did a return at a Sephora inside JCPenney, and it was like a product that we didn't sell inside JCPenney, we would just have to throw it out. And we would like tell people, me and Taryn would be like, if you just drive down the fucking road.
If it's not used.
Yeah. Even if it's not. Yeah. Even if it wasn't used.
Because they didn't put used stuff back out on the shelf.
Right. So me and Taryn would tell them, like, if you just drive down the road, like, they can put this back on the shelf. And some people would be like, oh, okay, I'll go do that. But most people would be like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. And like throw out $90, not even $90, like $240 Tom Ford perfumes just in the fucking garbage. So I was the operations manager, and I was like, well, I'm going to take it upon myself to just put this in my purse. You're not throwing it out. I'm sorry. That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I would literally go dumpster dive at Ulta if I could.
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's another thing about Sephora is that they destroy everything. Like, I would go down because I was the operations person, so I'd go down with I would go down with the guy from loss prevention, and we would destroy it all in a fucking, like, we press a button, we dump it in the dumpster, press a button, and it would get smushed. And I would watch it. I'd literally stand over and be like, oh my fucking God, that's just thousands of dollars.
I didn't do that job. I was a different kind of supervisor, so I didn't really see that.
So, yeah, I did start stealing the returns.
Fuck it. What are they going to do, arrest you?
The returns.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw them out.
The company doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Why are we just going to throw out fucking $240 perfumes for why? For why? Just give them to your fucking staff.
I know.
I'm sure people, hey, look, someone returned this. Does anyone want it?
That's like, I mean, I think working on, I worked in one of the biggest Target distribution centers in the country, and I, saw how much, like, the $5 section at Target, I fucking hate it. Like, it's literally garbage made by slave labor. Like, what? Like, think when you fucking buy shit. I mean, I don't know. I buy dumb shit. I shouldn't say that. Anyways, I saw how much shit would just come in, that isn't like essential. It's just garbage. And I heard one time that, the bike company Schwinn?
No.
Like Schwinn bikes?
No.
Okay, well, it's like a bike. Like a outdoor riding bike. So there was a 50-year anniversary or some kind of like anniversary special edition bicycle, and they didn't sell them all. So they shipped them back to the warehouse, filled the fucking giant, huge truck, like an 18-wheeler, with these bikes, and just like sold them for, what do you sell for, like metal or trash or?
Yeah.
What? Why wouldn't you just give them to your employees or give them to people who need them? They do donate a lot of shit, but.
Because the corporations fucking suck. And did you see all that shit with Target? People are like quitting and they're like boycotting and shit.
I saw that they got rid of their DEI, which I was actually part of the DEI like committee when I worked there, and I'm just gonna say I was not surprised. Get distracted. But guys, the world sucks. But you wanna know what? We got stories to make you happy or make you go, what the fuck? I can go first this week if you.
Okay, that works. But I really have to pee.
That's so embarrassing. I do too. Okay, let's get into this week's stories. This first one is coming from AITAH. The title is AITAH for cutting off and exposing a friend who took advantage of a girl I was in love with. I, 22 male, had a best friend, Jake, 23 male, who I thought was like a brother to me. We've been through everything together, college parties, road trips, even heartbreaks. But this is something I can't forgive. For years, I had feelings for this girl, Emily, 22 female. She was kind, smart, and honest. And honestly, one of the few people who saw me for who I really was. I never made a move because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. And honestly, I never thought I had a chance. But Jake, he knew. He always knew. A few weeks ago, we were all at a party. Emily got too drunk, way too drunk. I was a designated driver, so I stayed sober. At some point in the night, I lost track of her, and when I asked around, I found out Jake had taken her upstairs. Where is this going? Mm-hmm. I wanted to believe he was just helping her out, but my gut told me something was wrong. The next day, Emily was distant and different. She wouldn't say what happened, but I could tell something was off. Then, last week, Jake and I were hanging out, and he started bragging. He said things like, bro, she was out of it, but she wanted it, Like, she didn't say no. And then laughed. He laughed. I felt sick. I didn't say anything at first, just let him keep talking while I secretly recorded everything on my phone. Every disgusting detail, every joke, every time he brushed it off like it was nothing. And then I posted it. I uploaded it on my stories, my feed, everywhere, and captioned it, "This is the guy you all call your friend."
Ooh.
The fallout was instant. People started unfollowing him. Girls he had been with before started coming forward saying that they had similar experiences. His job found out, and last I heard he was fired. But now people are saying I went too far, that I quote unquote ruined his life and should have handled it privately. That even though he was wrong, I shouldn't have destroyed him like that. My own family is telling me I acted out of anger and that I should have just cut him off instead of humiliating him. What? Humiliate him.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, definitely. He deserves public humiliation for sure.
First of all, you are not the asshole whatsoever. You are a fucking angel, and we need more men like you that stick up for women.
Yes.
And also ruin his life. 1, his life should be ruined. 2, how the fuck do you think it affected Emily?
Exactly. Her life's probably fucking ruined.
Like, being sexually assaulted like that just changes how you are as a person sometimes. Like,
yeah. Almost all the time. You're forever going to be a different person because of that.
and his life deserved to be ruined. Fuck you, Jake.
Yeah, fuck Jake. We hate Jake. All my homies hate Jake.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Poor fucking Emily.
You are the hero. The top comment, bro got everything he had coming and now gives Emily the option to press charges. Yeah, I'm going to say Jake deserves to go to hell and rot. And you took advantage of a drunk girl. Like, how in any way can anyone think that's okay?
That's assault.
Yeah, that's assault, brother.
Doesn't matter. It's assault through and through. It does not matter how drunk they were or if they cannot consent. It is assault. And you deserve to die. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, so I think we can move on to the next story.
I think we can conclude that Jake should burn in hell, and he will. This one's coming from Relationship Advice from 14 days ago. And it's titled, I, 28 female, been faking most orgasms with my husband, 31 male, for years, and now it's causing problems. Which I think a lot of women can relate to. I've, 28 female, been faking most of my orgasms with my husband, 31 male, and now it's causing problems because I'm, quote-unquote, selfish for, quote-unquote, finishing first. For some context, my husband and I have been together for 7 years, married for 3. Since the beginning of our relationship, I've had the bad habit of faking orgasms during penetrative sex. At first, I thought it wasn't a big deal, but as time went on, I felt stuck. I never truly orgasmed from penetration alone. However, I orgasm regularly during masturbation or oral sex, often multiple times. For example, my husband usually stops oral after I come 3 times, but I haven't hit 14 during solo play. Oh, I've even hit 14 during solo play. That's insane.
14 orgasms?
Yes. I'd be on the fucking floor, disabled.
I know.
Paralyzed. Bitch.
Wouldn't your brain just like explode?
Sometimes, TMI, sometimes when I orgasm, this one's so weird. When I fucking come, sometimes my fucking hearing does your hearing ever just go away? And you're like, am I deaf?
I've definitely come before where I'm like, I feel like I was just about to say I can see color. Like you can hear color. I don't know.
My brain buzzes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel I'm like, oh my God, am I going deaf? I freak myself out. I'm like, am I okay?
It makes me wonder if, I sound like an asshole, but it makes me wonder if she knows what an orgasm really feels like, because 14 is fucking
14. I'd be on the floor.
That's not possible. I'm sorry.
It could be.
How? That's insane.
I don't know. I would literally be on the fucking ground, drool coming out of my mouth.
Literally.
So I know the issue isn't my ability to orgasm. The problem started because he seemed to take pride in making me come during sex. I didn't want to ruin that for him. I made him feel accomplished and confident. Sometimes I faked it just to relieve the slight awkwardness of him trying hard to make it happen. Over time, it fell into a pattern. 2 orgasms during penetration, then he'd finish. It felt easier to keep this act up to address it. Honestly, this routine has worked for years. He seemed happy and I was okay with it. He's reiterated several times how proud he is. In a humble brag, aren't you lucky to have me kind of way.
Man.
That he pleases me so much with penetration. But yesterday, everything changed. Out of nowhere, he implied that I'm sexually selfish because I focus on my pleasure instead of his during penetrative sex, coming twice before he finishes. I was shocked. First, because I fake those orgasms for his benefit.
So funny.
And second, because I thought it made sense for me to finish first since sex is essentially over after he comes.
Yeah.
He suggested I focus more on his pleasure instead of mine. He said that by me usually always finishing before him, it seems that I'm focusing more on my pleasure than his. His comment hurt. I've spent years faking my orgasms to boost his confidence, and now he's calling me selfish for it. I want to blurt out the truth, but I couldn't. I feel like this is the final straw, though. I honestly don't want to fake it anymore. Any advice on how I should navigate this delicate situation? The top comment is just stop faking it.
Yeah. So now he's being like a cocky asshole about giving her orgasms.
Well, now he's calling her selfish because
sorry.
Now he's calling her selfish because she comes twice and he only comes once, and he should focus on him more. She should focus on him more instead of coming.
Can he come twice when they are having sex?
Probably not, but I think he's just saying like, oh, well, you're coming twice, so why can't you focus on me more?
Wouldn't a guy be like excited if he could make his wife come twice every single time they have sex?
Well, that's what she's saying. Like, he's like bragged about it before, but now all of a sudden she's being selfish.
I think lay there like a dead fish because
right.
he's being selfish.
Time to starfish it, girl.
Yeah.
My favorite position.
Yeah, it sounds like he's being selfish. What do you think?
Someone said time to start being honest about it. I also don't come from penetrative, only from clitoral. Yeah, a lot of women don't come from just having sex.
Yeah.
That's like normal. It's not that it doesn't feel good, but it's not gonna make you.
Sometimes you need some help from
many other things. Yeah. Sometimes that's what gets you there. Yeah, the top comment sent me though. Just stop faking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see him being like, well, are you liking this if you're not like faking being like, oh yeah. But like, ooh. And then you could be like, yeah, I was faking it.
I also think, would he be like, you're not faking it? Because that's a long fucking time to be faking it every single time. Years and years.
For how long were they been together? Let me look it up again.
Also, can you like feel when a girl is having an orgasm?
Yeah, I feel like you could. Together for 7 years, married for 3. It's a long time to fake it.
Yeah.
Girl, live your truth.
Live your truth, girl.
That's like sex also like this goes back into like my porn conversation. Sex shouldn't be so like performative. Mm-hmm. Like, who are you performing for, babe? It's you and your husband. You're performing for him. You've been together for 7 years.
Yeah.
He's sticking his pee-pee in your new.
Oh, that's funny.
He's sticking his pee-pee in your new. I'm sure it feels fine. You don't have to perform for him. He does not care.
No.
This isn't porn.
And if he does, leave him.
Right. This is not porn. You're not there to be like, do I look okay from this angle? Is my tummy? I do that all the time. Like, stop, I'm fat. Don't look. Which is probably so unsexy, but like, can't help it.
Listen, our boys would not be with us if they didn't like our bodies.
This is true.
Even though
I hate mine so much.
Still trying to lose 75 pounds.
Still trying to lose 50. And a stomach bug did help.
We both lost 10 pounds, but I need a stomach bug, I guess.
No, you don't. You don't need a stomach bug.
I just can't get over how he comes once, she comes twice. What is the fucking problem?
She doesn't really come.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what man would be like, you come too much.
Wait, hold on. You know what she should do?
What? Stop
faking it as much and just be like, sorry, like, you saying I was selfish really turned me off. I just like can't have an orgasm anymore.
That's amazing. Like, blame him.
Yes.
It's his
Gaslight
fault.
him.
Girl, we're
Gaslight
women.
him.
Gaslight him. That use your powers for good.
Yes. The title to this episode should be Gaslight Him.
Gaslight.
Gaslighter.
Gatekeep. Girl boss.
Do you know that song by the Chicks?
No.
Gaslighter. I don't really know the words because it's their newer stuff, which
I don't listen to their newer stuff.
I love them though. What was this relationship advice?
Yes.
Yeah, girl. Take my advice.
Yeah, Taryn's advice was pretty fucking good, actually.
I can't cummies anymore, Daddy. We're never gonna get monetized.
Yeah, he seems like he's being weird, so just be weird back and say it's his fault that you can't now. Because you made it weird. I don't know what man would be like, you come too much. Stop it. You're being selfish.
The coming is too high. The coming is too damn high.
Plus, I feel like most men can't come more than once during sex, so...
Me too.
Unless you're like a fucking porn star.
Yeah. I mean, like, maybe, but...
I mean, maybe if you're like 13 years old and you're having sex for the first time.
Yeah. Come at the same time. That's when the magic happens.
That is true. That's when the stars align in the sky. And then little angels sing in the background.
This is so funny I'm like the prudest person in the world.
It really is. I know. I never hear Taryn say the word come.
Cummies, Daddy. Amanda, you always have like the fun stories. I feel like I have like the depressing...
Sad ones, I know.
Yeah.
God, Taryn, you're such a buzzkill.
But I thought that you could relate to this one a little. I didn't read the full thing, but I read like
I
enough.
hope it's not the one that I want to read.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. It's from 16 hours ago from Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, keep going.
Would I be the asshole if I didn't sell my house to my friends?
Okay.
That's not the one you have, right?
Thank God.
All right, so coming from Am I the Asshole? Would I be the asshole if I didn't sell my house to my friends? My house is for sale. It's being sold due to my marriage unexpectedly breaking down after I found out my husband, Adam, had been having a year-long affair.
Oh,
and when caught, moved out. Adam has been a real piece of shit in the aftermath. Very justified, hostile, and mean. It's been awful. Did I mention we have 2 kids? They are 3 and 1.
Ooh.
I was pregnant the entire time he cheated. I digress. My house is in my name and is operating under a private sale. And right now, there are a few parties competing for it. I'll sell it in the next 72 hours to clear out debts. Here's a kicker. His best friend, who was his best man, and his wife want to buy it, but they didn't tell me. They had an estate agent tell me. These are people who I have called friends for a long time, but when this affair broke out, they were sympathetic, but then vanished in the last 6 months. Ghosted me and the children, would be cordial when I ran into them, and I would be too, but other than that, no support. Now they are in a tight race with others to buy, and I find the entire scenario weird and deeply awkward. Why wouldn't they just call me and tell me beforehand? Why get the agent to tell me? There's better ways to go about this. They aren't bad people, just awkward. This is so shitty and emotional. But on a logical front, sell this damn house. So the offers are coming in and they're getting pretty tight money-wise and similar in terms. I told the agent that someone needs to differentiate and make a bigger offer so that I'm not splitting hairs. I'm reluctant to sell to them as it's so weird and awkward. I feel like they're dancing on grave a little bit. I really want these other bidders, I don't know, to get it because I don't want to make a decision. I don't really see these friends anymore. My husband does. And I can see it for what it is, despite it being really disappointing from them. Would I be the asshole if I went with these other people if the offers and terms were practically the same?
They didn't even fucking tell you.
1, they didn't tell you. 2, how would they fucking know what you make on your house? The title's in her name.
Yeah.
Or not the title, that's a car. The deed is her name. Her name's on the mortgage, it sounds like. It's her house.
Was it the ex's friends? That's what she said, right?
She said it was like mutual friends, but more the ex's friends.
Yeah, fuck them.
Hold on, say that again?
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, I
It was his friends. That's why they didn't tell you. And they're being weird about it. They could have just, if they called you and like said something, maybe it'd be different. But at the same time, I don't agree necessarily with buying your friend's house because obviously you want to sell your house for as much as possible. But when it's your friend, I feel like you feel a little more obligated to like go lower because they're like your friend. So fuck them unless they're going to give you a lot of money for your house. Fuck that.
Yeah, top comment says, not the asshole. The biggest offer wins. It's your money.
Right.
You owe nobody anything except yourself. And if the offers are similar, go with your gut and stick behind that decision. I also wouldn't want, like, them living in my house.
No. Yeah, because then your ex could probably
Go be in your house. And that's just, I don't know. I'd be like, I'm not selling them my house. Fuck that.
it's just it's weird that they didn't say anything to you. That just goes to show that they're kind of weird about it. They're kind of being a little sneaky about it. Like the ex probably was like, my wife's selling the house. If you guys want to put it like a bid in, I know how much you love my house.
OP responds to this comment. Go with the best offer, but do not insult this couple along the way. If the other couple's financing falls through, you may need to go back and sell it to your former quote-unquote friends. OP says, I haven't thought about this, even though I wasn't, and I'm not about to, go on a public vendetta, not my style. I have thought that I just need to be civil, not give them too much, and just let them. Mel Robbins' mantra. It sounds like OP had multiple offers, so fuck them, bye.
Yeah, fuck them. That's what I say. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb bitch from New York.
Another comment says, wow, these people suck. I can understand why you wouldn't want to sell to them. It's a real gut punch. However, if you refuse to sell to them no matter what, they can paint you as the villain of the tale, which might very well give your ex a quote-unquote out with any remaining mutual friends and family. Sure, cheating's bad, but the truth is OP's a total bitch. Just look how she screwed over my BFF, making the scale strictly about who has the better offer, taking into account credit lines versus cash offers. Don't give your ex any ammunition to use against you. Not the asshole, but be careful.
Yeah.
OP said, OP's really active in this post. They said, you have clocked it. He's so morally bankrupt and such a crook. He looks for any avenue where he can pin something on me. It's wild to watch. So your suggestion isn't outrageous. Yeah, good luck, OP. That's wild.
Sorry, OP. I know what you're going through.
Literally. That's why I was like, Amanda can totally relate. Luckily, you got to keep your house, though.
Luckily.
Luckily.
So this is the story I thought you were going to read. It's from 13 days ago. Originally posted on January 7th from Best of Redditor Updates. Fiance used my childhood trauma to win a video game. I have no idea what the fuck that means. But there is trigger warnings for childhood SA, trauma, and emotional abuse. So if those things trigger you, skip ahead. I don't even know how to type this or explain my thoughts right now, so I apologize if I seem scattered. I, 31 male, have been engaged to my fiance, 29 female, Emily, for the past 3 months, together for 2 years. She has been the only relationship where I felt safe enough to open up and discuss my past trauma. Many nights I have cried into her arms, and she has been there to comfort me. She goes to therapy with me and has been my rock in our relationship. I have been getting so much better and have really opened up about it and have been able to live a better and liberating life the past 2 years until last Saturday. Emily is ultra competitive, not just in sports, but in life. She will do whatever it takes to win and be number one. She has lost many friendships, family relationships, jobs, and money. Oh. She understands this and has been trying to get better and going to therapy, stating she doesn't know why she is like this. She seemed to cool down over the summer, but is still very competitive. Even her parents have no idea because they are not athletes and they never push her to be number one. Her siblings are confused when this all started. I was a former college athlete, and yes, I am competitive, but not so much anymore. And recently, my friend group had began a monthly game night. I was on a 4-month win streak. We all played board games, video games, painting, basketball, and even football. It was all in good fun. Oh, but Emily last month was so angry she did not win. She walked home and did not want to talk to me for at least 2 days. Oh, God. Before we left for game night, I asked her to please have fun, and it does not matter who wins. She promised she would, quote unquote, would try. As the night came to an end, Emily and I tied with one more event. Rules are if it is man versus woman, the lady chooses the final game. She selected N64 Mario Kart. I am the king of that game. I never lose. I asked her if she really wanted to do that and called me a chicken. And she called me a chicken. And I was big talking, and she will beat me in my own game. I should have backed off, but I caved and we raced. Now, common knowledge is I let her win. And trust me, I thought about it. But she gets really angry if she thinks you let her win. Her attitude is way worse then. As we started racing, it was a tight race. She kept hitting the banana peels, but she kept catching up. The last lap, she started to distract me by saying, he snores when he sleeps. Basic middle school insults. And then she tried blaming me to distract me. Then she tried bumping me to distract me, but I was locked in focused. I responded back, at least I don't keep hitting the bananas, love. Very simple and fun. We were in the final leg of the race, and she snapped, at least I didn't get essayed by my own family. Oh my God. I froze up and dropped the controller, and she passed me and won. She was jumping up and down with joy, was screaming and dancing, and that she finally won. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I could just picture him like
laugh. It's just insane.
and her being like, "Yay, woohoo, yippee!" He's just like, what?
It's a video game, honey. Relax.
From what my friends told me later, that she kept up for a good while until she saw my face, and that's when she stopped. My friends were in complete shock, asking me if it was true. I could not speak, I couldn't breathe, and was fighting back all the inner demons that I had swirling in my head. I simply got up and wished them a good night and started walking. I was in a trance. I didn't know where I was walking to. Emily tried calling me and asking me where I was, begging for me to call and come home. Kept saying she was sorry and just wanted to win so badly. Oh, and don't know why I said that. I simply needed space, and I told her to please stop calling me. I don't know what to do. I love this girl and trusted her, but use that trust to win a fucking video game. My friends are asking me about my past, and they won't leave me alone. I guess all I am asking is there a way back from this, or will this all end? Do I dump her, or do I try to work this out? Any advice would be very helpful.
How long have they been together?
They've been together for 3 months. They've been engaged for 3 months, together for 2 years.
That's like an insane thing.
That's not even being competitive.
That's just being like verbally abusive.
Yeah, the top comment is man.
Manipulative.
The top comment is, man, she's got serious issues. In my eyes, there's no coming back from this. How could you ever trust her again?
She doesn't take your essay from your family member seriously. If she's using it to her advantage to win a fucking Mario Kart race, she's a loser. She's a fucking loser.
Yeah. But there is an update from OP, updated in the same post about 2 days later. He said, update, I want to thank all of you for all the support and help me clear my head and really reflect on the past few months with Emily and really need to see the red flags I ignored or didn't press hard enough. First of all, I need to say this to get it off my chest. Trigger warning. From ages 11 through 13, I was essayed by my aunt. She came over to babysit me, and she would do deeds and have me do stuff to her. She would threaten me if I ever spoke out. I tried to tell my parents if she could not babysit, but my mother told me that her sister absolutely loves you and wants to spend time with you since she can't have children.
Ugh.
If it wasn't for my dad forgetting his wallet one night, I believe she wouldn't have gotten caught.
Oh my God.
My mom went mental and did not believe any of it and went on a campaign tour around town saying that she's 100% innocent and I'm just confused. My dad went into the bottle and tried to enter the shadow realm because he couldn't forgive himself for missing the signs. My mom then threatened me for making an announcement that her sister is not a predator and then attacked me. My dad divorced my mom, and she and my aunt moved elsewhere. All these years later, she truly believes her sister didn't do the deeds. My dad and I are okay, but he does not want to be around me much because of the guilt. That's so sad.
Yeah, I think OP deserves way better than this girl. Like, he has no, I don't know about his other family members, but he has no support from his mom and dad, which
And then he
is
thought
insane.
he could get support from this one girl, and she throws it in his fucking face for a video game.
No, you need to leave her, OP.
So
Hashtag leave her.
Yeah. Second, I met with my friends and told them my story, and they all apologized and promised to help protect me in the future with relationships.
Okay, good.
They told me that what happened after the event, Emily was trying to defend herself by claiming, "I did not mean to say it. He took it the wrong way. I just needed to win this. I love him and didn't mean it." She has been calling all of them, begging for them to please help her, win me back, and she will do whatever it takes to see anyone to help her with her condition.
It's not forgivable, given the circumstances.
Meeting today with Emily. My friends invited her over, and we would sit in the other room while we talked. Emily was unhinged, came flying into the house trying to hug me, but my friends held her back and just told her to sit. I asked her why she would say that. She said, "I don't know, I just needed to win so badly." And I followed up with why she needed to win this one. She said, "Because it was your best game, and I don't know, I just needed to win." I again asked why she needed to win and the importance of winning. Emily, through her tears, "I don't know, I needed to win." She just kept repeating the same line over and over. So I asked if she had planned on using my own trauma against me, if that is why she chose Mario Kart. I'd never seen someone go white so fast. Emily just looked at me and put her hands in her face and blurted out, "I can't stand not winning, and I knew you get distracted and I can win. I finally feel great. But these past 4 months, I've been so depressed from feeling like a loser. I knew I could win with this plan." So it was planned. This bitch fucking planned it. I was shocked and I couldn't believe that she said that. I realized that some of the commenters were right and she had this planned. I'm still trying to gain control of my thoughts on this one. I said, "You had this planned?" Emily said, "Yes. I didn't think about what would happen after, and when I saw your face, I knew I messed up. Please, I need to get help, and I will do anything. Don't end this." I asked if there was another competition in her head to win me back. She said, "No. I mean, in a way, yes, but not like that. So if you win me back, you'll feel better that you won." I told her I can't trust her anymore. What if we had kids? Would you use them as a competition? If your friends are being flirted with, will you try to get more attention for the win? What if I'm simply doing something and you blurt out something to win? Again, to win. She had to be escorted out by my friends and was told by one of them if I should get a restraining order because of her mental of losing you may break her mind or do whatever it takes to win me back. So again, thank you to everyone in the comments. I'm going to get more help and take a break from dating until I find someone who I can trust 100%. And now my friends will be on extra guard for any Emily sittings and future dating red flag. Oh, Emily sightings. Sittings.
Good. I'm glad OP's leaving her. She is not a good person.
There's just no excuse in the world. Like, reading that made me feel sick.
Yeah. 100%. The fact that she was like, I just had to win. No, you don't. What's gonna happen if you don't win Mario Party?
Girl, it's fucking Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, sorry.
Relax.
Party.
Like, relax.
And like something that little, obviously it hurt OP a lot. He brought it to Reddit. And something as little as a Mario Party, or Mario Kart, my bad.
Get it right.
I know, I'm just not a gamer girl. Something as little as Mario Kart, like winning that, which essentially means nothing.
To bring up that his aunt essayed him. And no one knew that either.
And that's like the reason he like doesn't talk to his family. Oh God, I don't like her. I hope karma gets her.
Boy.
I hope he finds someone that...
You will find a person that you can trust with that information, because that's fucking... I just can't believe like I have no words.
Yeah,
she
she
did that
sucks.
because of to win in fucking Mario Kart. Girl, get your priorities straight in life.
Seriously.
I just needed to win so bad.
Ooh. All right, moving on to the next one. Okay, now time for our final story to wrap up episode 18. This final story is coming from Am I the Asshole from one day ago. The title is AITA for getting fully naked in a public changing room.
Who does that?
I mean, we didn't do sports. I'm sure it's normal. I'm a college student who recently took up track as a hobby. I was on the swim team all throughout high school, but aside from that, I haven't really done any organized sports before. After practice, most of the guys take a shower before heading to classes. I was having a chat with a couple of the other guys on the team and getting changed at the same time. When I pulled my pants down and one of the guys just said, "WTF, dude," in a really shocked tone. I asked what the matter was. He said to go find a stall if I want to do that, or don't bother changing my underwear. Now, I sweat like crazy, so obviously wanted to change underwear, but the stalls were being occupied and I didn't think it was expected to wait. It's a changing room. In my experience, people change. It's not that big of a deal. We all shower after swim practice and nobody cares in the slightest. I'm comfortable in my own body and I didn't think it was a big deal, but obviously don't want to make others feel uncomfortable. Am I the asshole? No, I think that man's gay. I think the guy who said, "What the fuck, dude?"
Probably. People that are like so uncomfortable with peepees.
It's probably gay.
No, it's a changing room. It's not like you were out on fucking the fucking track just fucking getting naked. You're in a changing you're in a locker room.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I saw comments earlier when I read this and it was like, "Oh, OP, you're totally the asshole. You're like one of those people who would live in a living room."
Right.
Or bathe in a bathroom.
How dare you? How dare you get undressed in a locker room?
The top comment.
I thought, so the reason why I said who does that was I thought you meant like trying on clothes in like a fucking American Eagle and just getting completely butt-ass naked.
I thought that when I first read the title, so that's kind of funny you said that. So this top comment has 1,600 upvotes. The post only has 7,000 upvotes. No, 16,000 upvotes for this comment. Post has 7,000. So the top comment says, "Not the asshole. It's normal to change clothes fully in a changing room. I believe this awkwardness around nudity is something that we learned by culturally associating nudity with sex almost exclusively. In many countries, nudity is associated with times when it's necessary or appropriate to be nude. Locker rooms are one instance. Saunas, massages, surgeries, and sex. We shouldn't assume nudity is only useful or appropriate for sex. We should expand our worldview and accept it whenever it's most useful and efficient, such as in locker rooms, where changing clothes is the whole point." That makes sense, but I'll never do that. I get surgery and I'm like, they're going to see me naked. They're going to see me naked.
Oh my God, same. That's why, like, my cousin Kyle, love you, he had a heart attack last year, and I was like, I could never have a heart attack because they'd have to see me naked. Like, what?
I got my tubes removed, and I'm like, they're going to see my vagina. Because they had to stick a catheter up it.
Well, if it makes...
But it was weird because it was like boys in the room doing... I mean, there was women too. It was mostly women nurses and one guy nurse. But there's a guy surgeon, and I'm like, he's a boy. He's going to see my vagina.
If it makes anyone listening to this podcast feel better, because I know as women, or even men, I feel like it might be uncomfortable going to a doctor and them seeing your pee-pee. A dermatologist told me, if you ever get uncomfortable doing that, just remember that doctors don't see bodies as we do. Like, they see it medically. Like, they're not looking at you being like, look at that fucking vagina. Like, they're like, oh, like they see it as a medical way, not like any other way. Doctors are like different. They're built different. So after that, I was like, oh, that's so fucking true. They're not going to be judging my vagina. They're going to be like, just looking for medical shit.
Yeah. Another comment says, Guessing American, we're so weird about nudity. Not the asshole. It's one thing if you're airing your junk out for an extended period of time, like the jokes about old men at the gym, but getting changed is what we're supposed to do in a locker room. And then a bunch of people being like, yeah.
I mean, if you have fucking crusty, dusty ass, sweaty ass underwear, I would be glad that you changed them instead of sitting in those sweaty johns all day.
Sweaty johns. Wow, this has so many comments too. It has 1,300. No? Actually, wait, hold on.
OP's not the asshole. So sorry he wanted to be hygienic.
Yeah, 100% not the asshole.
I think I said this before in an episode, I used to not be so scared of changing in public that I would wear my gym clothes over my school clothes.
Yeah, that was the first thing you said in our first episode, basically. That's so funny.
I didn't like break a sweat during gym. I literally just stood there.
Me either.
I ripped those shits off like they were fucking tearaway pants and just go about my day.
That's so funny.
Or I would change in the showers, like, and hide the little curtains.
Oh, me too. Yep, me too.
Everyone would just be walking around in their bra. I'm like, could never be me. I don't even change in front of my friends ever. Like my friend group, Nikki, Tara, and Nina. Mm-hmm. They said the day of my wedding, they were all in they were all dressing together, comparing their vaginas. I was like, that could never be
no, me either. What?
Never. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I love that people could be like that, but never me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, look at my vagina. What does yours look like?
No, I'm so vanilla. I'm the most vanilla girl ever.
It's not that I'm vanilla. I just hate my body so much. It looks like a fucking melted candle. I don't want anyone to see that shit.
Me either. And what if I have a weird vagina? I don't want anyone to know.
Like, what if mine doesn't look like theirs and I'm like, uh-oh. I just made a mistake.
And then they just like stop being your friends because you're the girl with the weird vagina.
Yeah, they're like, Amanda's pussy's fucked up.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But I wish I could be those girls. Like my sister.
I wish I was so confident.
My sister.
Like our friend Courtney.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, we were like, me, Amanda, and Courtney were all at a concert together, and we were back at the hotel. We all took a shower. Me and Amanda, of course, get dressed in the fucking bathroom. Courtney's just walking around ass naked. I'm like, oh my God.
I wish that could be me. We could never. My sister, like on her wedding day, I remember she was in like the little fucking rent a bathroom thing trying to hike up her like strapless dress, and she had like all of her bridesmaids in there, Kyle, me, my mom, and her titties just out. She's like, can someone help me?
My God. Oh my God. I don't know what I would do in that situation because I don't want anyone to see my boobs.
Like, I don't care, but like I'm not like weird about it. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, you're fucking naked, but I'm like, I wish I could just be naked. Yeah. I can't even be naked to myself. Same. Like, as soon as I shower, I'm instantly changed because I can't stand being naked.
I put on like a lot of oil and lotion, so I gotta let it sink in.
Yeah, well, when I do moisturize my body, it's not very often because I'm fucking lazy.
I like literally cannot breathe if I am not moisturized. I'm like, Sandy, lotion.
It's like cracking and fucking drying.
Literally. Hypothyroid issues.
When I do moisturize, I do feel different, but sometimes I can't stand the way it feels. Like sometimes
a lot of people are like that. I'm not like other girls, so I like the way it feels. Yeah, I'm different.
But yeah, instantly dress because I can't even stand my own feeling of my own body. When people say they like sleep naked, I'm like, how?
Girl, same. I
slept naked like twice.
No, I can't. I can't even like. I had like a big giant shirt and shorts. I can't. I even need bottoms.
Oh, I don't need bottoms.
See, like, I'm like, what if something crawls up in my vagina?
Something just went. Hopefully, no one heard that.
A bug just is like in front of my vagina, and just like it's like an alien being like lifted into a spaceship.
That's what that sound was. Probably all the bugs from me sleeping bottomless. All the bugs are in there making a home.
Oh my God, that reminds me of a fucking gross video I just saw. What? But it was like, hey girls, was not me, this is somebody on the internet, but they were like, hey girls, you know like those little bugs we got in our bush?
Oh, girl.
How they're like crawling around. Sorry, that's literally disgusting.
Oh, no, girl, no. We don't know that.
Look, I have to have lotion with me all the time. This is my hand lotion hiding because I need it every 30 seconds.
You know what I forgot to talk about in the intro and I want to talk about now?
What?
Before we close off on this?
Yes, Mama?
My morning the other day. My morning from hell. I forgot what day it was. It was last week, I think. Where, oh my God, okay. So I dropped Edwin off at work, which is 20 minutes out of the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. More than 20 minutes in the morning. It's like 30 because of the traffic.
Was this Monday, like right before you got sick?
I don't think it was Monday. I think it was the week before.
Okay.
Was it? Because I would have talked about it.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe it was Monday. I don't fucking know. So I drop him off at work, which he might be getting his car here very shortly. I'm so excited I could cry. Drop him off at work, grab my Stanley to go into my work after driving for fucking 40 minutes, and feel something in my cup holder, and it's his fucking cell phone. And he needs a cell phone to do his fucking job. So I go inside my office and I go, I have to leave. And they go, why? I say, I don't left his phone in my car. They're like, okay. So I go back another fucking 40 minutes, even though I was just at work. And the whole time I'm driving back, I'm panicking because I'm like, how do I even get into this building? Like, I don't fucking know. So I go into the parking lot and I'm like waiting in the parking lot. Like, maybe I'll like go up to someone approachable and be like, hey, can you help me? So I'm like waiting for someone to like pull up, and all these people look so mean and scary. And I'm like, I can't ask any of these people. So I just kind of like follow the crowd and I go inside, and thank God there was a woman in there who was also waiting, like, oh, I don't work here. I was like, oh my God, thank God. So I'm explaining to her that I just drove from where I work, and someone comes out. So she tells her little spiel first, and then the guy looks at me. He's like, why are you here? And I'm like, my boyfriend left his phone in my car. I was like, he's in there right now. And he was like, well, where does he work? I was like, he's like, we have like 4 other people, like corporations that are worked through here. I was like, I don't fucking know, bro. Can you just give my boyfriend his phone? So they're like, hold on, we'll have to get you a supervisor. So I'm fucking standing there. And I stood there for like 20 minutes, and I hear hello, and I look up and it's Edwin. And I'm like, here's your phone, baby. I love you. So then
So annoying.
I drive back, and this time my GPS told me to go a weird way down Union Street, off of one of the side roads off Union Street, where there's a million fucking stop signs and intersections. And I'm just driving on by, and I look at my rear view and I see cop lights, and I'm like, what? That's not for me. Let me just pull over so this guy can get around me. He's pulling me over. And I've never been pulled over before. I've been pulled over once in a mall parking lot, which I don't fucking count as being pulled over. So
Was it mall security or a real cop?
it was a real cop because I had a light out.
Oh.
When I worked at Sephora, and he thought I was drinking because I lowered the window and I reeked of perfume, and he was like,
Oh my God, that's funny.
have you been drinking? I was like, I'm in my fucking smock. Yeah, I just got fucking lit. So the cop pulls me over, and he was like, you stopped in the middle of that intersection in the middle of the road. And I was like, sorry, I just gave him my license. And like, he walked away. And when he walked away, I just started crying for
It's so much in one morning.
no reason. I was just crying hysterically, like like hysterical. And he's like coming back to the car, and I'm like trying to pull myself together because I don't want him to see that I was crying, because I don't want to be a little bitch. And I'm like wiping my tears, and he hands me my license back. He's like, just be careful, Amanda, next time. And I was like, okay. So I go into work, and I was like, guys, I don't know why I'm crying right now. Please just don't even pay attention to me. I'm just sobbing at my fucking desk. They're like, it was just a really stimulating morning. I was like, yeah. I didn't clock in until 10 o'clock.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening to episode 18. Hopefully this is a little better than our... we still have to edit the episode 17, which is our first video.
To edit that one because I feel like we really suck in it, and also our mics are really close together, so I hope we don't echo.
We'll have to see.
This might be episode 17.
All right, guys, we love you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and everything, and share with a friend. And when we start making our TikToks, maybe you can share them too. All right, I love you.
Love you. Bye.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.